Today, other interesting political news, you have Elon Musk tweets Democrats vote against deporting illegals who get caught with a DUI charge. Now, I did a little bit of digging because there's a lot of different vernaculars being thrown around with this particular subject. So I thought we'd read around the specific bill first for full context. And I read this both on Politico as well as Fox News. And again, the vernacular, some are saying migrants, other people are saying illegal aliens. Now, it looks like they are people who are either, they are here illegally. So some people use the term migrants as a blurry term because there are legal ways where people who are citizens of Mexico come to the U.S. to work and then come back. That there is a legal mechanism for doing that in some businesses, and some people facilitate that. Now, in this particular instance, we're talking about people who are illegally in the United States. That is the specific context of this bill. And some Democrats did vote in favor of Republicans as well. The people who voted against the bill, they were 100% Democrats. Now, breaking it down, they note that, excuse me, and again, this first comes from Fox News. They say 59 Democrats vote with Republicans passing a bill to deport illegal immigrants who with committed DUIs, or also known as driving under the influence. Now, let me see here. Now, it looks like the measure passed 274 to 115 with mainly GOP votes. 150 Democrats voted against it. Representative Barry Moore, who introduced the bill, when asked for comment, he said, quote, "In the United States, someone dies in a crash with an impaired driver every 45 minutes. I lost two of my young newly led constituents to an illegal immigrant driving under the influence of alcohol," unquote. Let's see here. Now, the bill would make people who are charged with a DUI and are in the U.S. illegally automatically eligible for deportation and permanently inadmissible. Now, it looks like little bit of evidence here. They said last month an undocumented immigrant from El Salvador who had been deported 4 times was accused of killing a mother and son in a car crash that the police say involved alcohol. So that is a heartbreaking instance. And again, a good example of ineptitudes of the government where, again, he came back 4 times illegally. Which, again, this isn't one of those instances where anyone is well, there may be 1 or 2 a-holes on the internet insinuating that all immigrants do this or all illegal immigrants do this. No, it's just an instance where they're committing 2 illegal acts, and yet the controversy is some of them basically want to let them off the hook. Let me see here. So going to the actual tweet, again, let me see here. Oh, good old technology. When it works, it's great. It was originally posted and then reposted by Elon. Now, originally it was posted by a profile on X Twitter by the name of End Wokeness, and they say, quote, breaking 150 Democrats vote against a bill to deport illegals caught while driving drunk, unquote, is a screenshot accompanying it from C-SPAN, and that broke down all of the votes for the yays and nays, which, interestingly enough, I think that's the only time in modern society where you really hear the word yay, with the exception of perhaps Kanye West, which I believe didn't he change his name to Yay? Fun fact of the day, or I guess observation, and that did go viral. It got 13.9 million views and 18,000 likes. Let's see here. In terms of the top feedback, look at and wokeness. They said, quote, "This includes Democrat House Leader Hakeem Jeffries. This is not a far left fringe," unquote. They got 4.5 thousand likes. Now, we do have Luke Zaleski. He did chime into this particular one, and he's more of a leftist, politically speaking. And I follow him just to kind of gain some additional perspectives and make this a little bit more interesting, because echo chambers can get boring after a while, of course, and more data the better. Now, he responded saying, quote, "Textbook right-wing propaganda. Quote, the other is both the other and the government that is giving the other something you're not getting and taking from you," unquote. Which, talk about the most awkwardly grammatically structured sentence on the planet. Even if it is grammatically correct, it's not a very persuasive statement because it's going to fly over many people's head to begin with. And he says it's right-wing propaganda. Again, look at the statistics. What was it? 59 Democrats did vote in favor of this bill, with all the Republicans as well. So it's not like only Republicans voted for this. It's more of a bipartisan. Now, of course, 150 Democrats voted against it. That's still a huge number. And a majority of Democrats did vote against it. But I personally don't think this is that much of it shouldn't be a left versus right issue, because again, you have people who are breaking the law currently, and then they're breaking another law, and they're saying they should not be deported or barred from. It's one of those things where I wouldn't. Fascinating to see, like something I wouldn't think be political. Of course, it's become extremely political. Now, going down, you see a couple more comments. One comes from Paul Zazupa, and he says, quote, "Meanwhile, this is what some illegals think of America." And he did a video where he has 9 migrants arrested in beating, or again, the vernacular, migrants. There are people who are here illegally, but Fox News, interestingly enough, in that particular video clip is using the term migrant. And it was an instance where I believe it was the 7 young gentlemen who were here illegally where they beat up police officers. They're actually released without bail. And then when they were walking out, they gave the camera 2 middle fingers, and it's going viral on the internet as well. And that response from Paul Zazupa got 2.6 thousand likes. Let's see here. Brano says, quote, "Are they living in a different timeline than the rest of us?" And there's a picture of the gentleman in a jacket going like that. And in the picture or the text below the gentleman, when he's going like that, it says Democrats. And the top screen says deport illegal, dangerous illegals. He's like, no. And then when the juxtaposed the picture says imprison pro-life Americans, he goes like that, yes. Which is quite concerning, where many pro-life Americans have been jailed by simply silently protesting and praying in some instances, trying to get out information. But another topic for another time, perhaps. Going down to do a couple more comments here. Harrison Crank said, quote, "Illegals should be deported when caught in the U.S. illegally," unquote. And they got 5,000 likes, actually. I was about to say responses. Almost a little messed up there. 1776 said, quote, "Democrats want to increase the voting numbers by 22 million, aiming for a permanent electoral advantage and power. Their goal is not to improve the country to serve labor needs, but to ensure Democrats hold power indefinitely," unquote. They got 839 likes, which, again, the U.S. Census does not take into account your legality to be in the United States. So many of these states are increasing the representation in Washington, D.C. because of their total population, regardless of if people are here or not. That was something where I thought that was a rumor, I thought that's a myth as a youth, but I did some research, and yeah, that actually is a thing. So there is an incentive for many states to accept these people illegally because it's going to increase their representation. Let's see here. Do a couple more here. Mostly peaceful memes, though. I don't say F- response, but they responded in text only, so we'll say allegedly peaceful meme, mostly peaceful memes profile. They say, quote, "What if we deported them because they're illegal," unquote, getting 457 likes. Let's see here. Evan Kilgore says, quote, "Every single illegal immigrant should be deported. I don't care if they've committed a crime or not," unquote. "Deport them all." I got 700 likes, but this person also forgot they literally used the word illegal in the sentence they formed, but that is a crime. But nevertheless, they still got 700 likes. Being Libertarian says, quote, "They aren't dumb, this is the plan," unquote, getting 125 likes. Let's see here. Do 1 or 2 more here. I'm actually trying to see, let's see. Pull up Elon really quick to see if his, I accidentally had a long response here. So where is his specific response? Okay, so Elon, his original response that got, again, he retweeted this rather from End Wokeness. He got 15.9 million views within a couple hours and got 139,000 likes, which is quite a bit. He simply said, retweeted it, the End Wokeness, and he said, "What the heck is going on?" Question mark. And that went viral beyond all belief. Let's see here. Now, we'll do 2 more comments from this little thread here. And this first one comes from Paul Zazupa. He said, quote, "We have a compromised government where Democrats want to allow us as many as legal as possible so they can use them to cheat in elections. It's right in front of us and everyone can see it. Joe Biden needs to be tried for treason for intentionally doing all this," unquote. Yeah, 3.4 thousand likes. Luke Zaleski chimes in, our political leftist, or, well, he doesn't work for us. I just happen to follow him on X Twitter to gain more perspectives. And he said, quote, "Just a reminder, Elon is a right-wing media mogul with massive interest in various fields that require government oversight and regulation, who is openly and not so openly utilizing his giant personal social media state news platform to serve his own personal and political purposes," unquote. I got 525 likes, interestingly enough, while some might argue it has not even a modicum of intelligence. But Elon is a right-wing, if he is a right-wing media mogul, why does he allow Luke a platform in which to be on to express his thoughts and ideals? Twitter, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, it's one of the few I would actually argue the only social media platform where you do have people on the left and the right and in the middle, all at the same spot. Other platforms are notoriously censoring people, especially in the middle and on the right. I mean, you'll see a meme on Facebook, it'll be gone within 2 seconds if it doesn't fit the agenda. And it makes it hard to actually like and follow and comment on those memes. But nevertheless, yeah, Luke's saying, oh yeah, he's using it to serve his own personal and political purposes. Which, again, Elon was simply saying what the heck is going on. That was all Elon said, what's going on. So he's just calling attention to this situation. And again, I would also argue the situation, giving the votes, it's not a fully right-wing thing or a fully left-wing thing. It got some bipartisan support. But nevertheless, Mr. Luke thinks he is a right-wing media mogul. And then he says, you know, to serve his own personal or political purposes. Well, it is his personal platform, so I'll see how this is helping his political purposes, but if it is, so. As the left famously said, build your own platform, Luke. And hilariously enough, or interestingly enough, Luke actually pays for X, Twitter, Blue, whatever you call the premium packages these days. Truth be told, the marketing is a little precarious to say the least. They keep changing it, which makes it a little difficult to follow along. We'll do one or two more comments here. Clandestine simply said they're destroying America from within. It's intentional. They got 7.7 thousand likes. Let's see here. A lot of memes on people busing, or the migrants going to traditionally sanctuary cities where they actually encourage them to come to cities, and now the cities are telling, hey, we can handle it, we have the resources, and a lot of memes calling out the hypocrisy in that case. So here, Elon Musk parody said, quote, they don't care about the safety of our real citizens, unquote, getting 1.6 thousand likes. Do one more here. Tex-Mex Trumpian, who nearly gets an A+ for marketing. She does have a red hat. However, the red hat says USA and not Tex-Mex. It's not the Trump hat. But she says she's a Trumpian. Nevertheless, this alleged Tex-Mex Trumpian said, quote, Democrats love illegals more than they do Americans, unquote. That got 977 likes. So as the youth might say, this whole topic went viral, to say the least. And politically speaking, I think it'll be one of the biggest topics for the 2024 presidential election is the immigration topic and what do you do with all the people who are gotten here illegally. I mean, the U.S. historically has just granted asylum time again. And it hasn't really fixed that threat factor issue where, again, there's a huge, not only just morally, you have people who are illegally getting here while you have other people who are waiting in line. That's not right. And it's also a national security issue. You could literally cross the border in the U.S. It seems to be the most easiest thing on the planet, especially these days. Not only is there nothing to stop you really, except Texas and a couple of states who actually are putting some efforts in that, you're actually actively rewarded for that illegal act of illegally entering it. So I think this will be one of the biggest topics we see throughout the year, and it'll be interesting to see from a cultural political perspective how much of an impact could Elon have on his input, how much the political conversation might change. I mean, if we do get I don't think there will be debates, unfortunately, between presumably Trump, who has most of the Republican Party by his side right now, and most of the data supports that he will become the Republican nominee. But if there is, I don't think there will be a debate between Biden and Trump. Will this be one of the biggest topics? And how do you fix this issue? Because unfortunately, people are passing away, and people are having their lives literally taken from them, with mainly the coyotes and the cartels moving people in such massive volumes and such inhumane conditions to achieve their goal of breaking the law and getting people here. I mean, it's not good. So it'll be interesting to see, and let me know what your thoughts are on what might be a resolution or how this might end at the end of the day politically. As always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of February, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a comment, great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.